I came to Hippocrates in November of 1995. I had stage 4 lymphoma, recurrent. It was in my spine, my lungs, my entire upper body lymph system. I was a little scared, but more I was confident. I don't know why. I just felt very confident in the plan, and I suppose I always knew that I could return to Stanford and get on with the chemo if I needed to. But instead, I started taking in the wheatgrass, their green vegetable drinks, their raw living foods diet, meditation, exercise, prayer, and just the healing environment. The people were amazing, embracing me. Others had similar problems. We embraced each other. And there I found my answer. So by the second week at Hippocrates, I can distinctly remember I was going to sleep, trying to get to sleep, and I took a deep breath, which I often do, deep breathing, and unlike the week before, I felt no pressure from the tumor in my chest. It had been pushing against my spine normally, and I could just feel the pressure as I would deep breathe. Well, I think about the end of week 2, I didn't have that pressure in my chest. Now, I wasn't expecting miracles overnight. I mean, I knew this would take time, right? It takes time to grow cancer. It's going to take time to get rid of it. But I knew at that point, my faith was just alive, because I knew that the diet and the lifestyle and everything they were teaching me had a profound effect on me physically, as well as emotionally and spiritually. So I moved forward. I did go back to Stanford when I returned, and I did a chest x-ray and blood work as promised. And in the 5 weeks that I'd been gone, well, actually it was more than that. In the time that I'd been gone, the cancer hadn't grown. Again, bear in mind, it's supposed to be an aggressive recurrent cancer. So the doctors were quite shocked that it hadn't grown. If anything, it looked as though it was about the same or a little less. The lead oncologist said that I had given her reason to pause. That was something. And the other oncologist said, well, we don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. So I did. I stayed on the Hippocrates plan diligently. I was tenacious for months and months. I knew that not only would it be the answer to save my life, but it was also going to be the answer for having children, which was a big dream of mine. Each time I would go back to the oncologists, about every 3 months, we could look at the x-rays and see that the recurrent tumor was shrinking. So that was amazing to me, just amazing that I was doing it. I was actually doing it, and I could see it. Not that I needed that visual, but it helped. It helped reconfirm that I was on the right path. By the following August, I experienced the miracle. I found out I was pregnant, which I was elated. And now I'm proceeding to heal cancer and grow a child. I did that successfully. I also nursed him for over a year, and all of this on the Living Foods lifestyle. So I think that in itself speaks volumes about the power of this program to not only diminish a recurrent tumor, but simultaneously grow a child and nurse a child. That takes a lot from the human body to do this. So that in itself speaks volumes. It's 20 years later. My baby is now almost 19 years old. And we adopted our second child when he was 4. And And I'm back here at Hippocrates 20 years later to share my story, as I always do when I return, and also, well, to give others faith that they can do it too. So I'm just so grateful.